Good evening and welcome to Scrapbooking with a Twist. We're going to make an embellishment tonight, and it's going to be a sign, and I'm going to show you several different ways to make it. So we're going to start. I'm making this one. Now, I've probably broken every law that there is in copyright and everything else, but my daughter wanted some tags to put on gifts for Teacher Appreciation Week for my grandsons, and she was giving them a Dr. Seuss t-shirt, and so she wanted a Dr. Seuss tag to put on there. So I thought, okay. So I went online and I found Dr. Seuss like birthday. I looked for stamps, I looked for anything I could find like on Silhouette and Cricut Design and things like that, and I just didn't find anything. So I went online and found birthday decorations, and so this was a sign like you would sit up in your yard or something. It was like a 4-foot sign, but it had this picture, and so I printed off the picture, got it proportioned to the size I needed it for the big tags that we were going to put on their baskets, and then I just cut everything out. And so I ended up with like all of these little pieces, and then I just cut out, something to be the signpost. And that's what I used for my pattern. And then I began to make my little signpost. So that's what we're going to do. So I made my little signs and put near and far to there to here, and then I put Reno because that's where my kiddos go to school. I just used those patterns, traced them out on cardstock, cut them out, and then I I colored this just with a red marker, and then I inked everything to get it to this point. And here's even the little grass. It could use a little more ink. And so just to get my pieces so that I could assemble my little front of I actually made them a card, and then I'll show you what we put in the inside, but I'm going to use it for the scrapbook page as 2 different embellishments. So this is going to be like a tag, and then we're going to have another little embellishment that I'll show you in just a minute. So I started with these dies that are just this kind of distressed edge rectangle. And I cut 2 of these, a white one, and then I used the green polka dot. I actually, on hers, I had these cards that were the green polka dot. And so that's what I actually used on hers. And then we put a thing with the teacher's name down the side. But I'm going to do my scrapbook embellishment just a little bit different. So I cut out 2 of these, the same size. That was the biggest one I had, I think. And so anyway, I didn't want it any bigger anyway. So I cut 2 of those out, and I'm going to just offset them in my little cluster here. And just go ahead and I'm going to stick those. I'm going to get those put together. Oh, I need to ink the edges of this. While I'm inking this, I'm going to go ahead. I think it's inked a little on this side, but I'm going to go ahead and very quickly do the twist. It's short tonight. The twist, the scripture comes from Jeremiah 29:11, and it says, "For I know the plans I have for you, says the Lord, plans for peace and not of evil, to give you a future and a hope." And so in some translations, I think it says, maybe even says prosperity, but that is just like one of my favorite verses. And so God has good plans for us. That's why it's important for us to follow God's plan for our life. On the other hand, Satan has plans. I've got on there. Satan has plans for us too. And if we get off track and we're not on God's plan for our life, then Satan has the opportunity to put his plan into action. He can distract us from following God's plan for our lives, and his plan does not prosper us. It is not good. It's not for our benefit. It's to tear us down and to destroy us. And so we need to just make sure that we stay on God's plan. Sometimes it seems easier and maybe instant gratification if we try Satan's plan, but it doesn't end up well. So God's plan results in peace and rest and satisfaction and in our best interest. So that is our thought for tonight. Okay, get that on there like that. And then I'm going to cut these down. I don't want it the full size of that. So I'm going to cut it down some. About, I think 2 inches. Maybe just a little more. Maybe 2 1/4. Close to 2 1/4. We'll try that. If we don't need all that, we can cut it down again. So now we have our little thing that we're going, I need to go ahead and ink that we're going to build our little cluster on. And then I'm going to show you some different things. You know, not everybody needs Dr. Seuss stuff. So I'm going to show you some other really cute things in just a minute that you can do with your sign for other scrapbook pages. So I've already put foam tape on the back of this. So I'm going to put that on there. Something like that. Let's see. Let's put our grass on there first. So like I said, I just copied all of those little pieces that I cut out from that picture that I printed. So we're going to put our little grass on here. And then I'll put and I've already inked these just to speed this up a little bit. I inked everything with hickory smoke. So put our little signpost there. Okay. Now, I made the signs just like because I wanted here and there and near and far and all that. I did add Reno because I wanted the name of their little school. So we're just going to put those on here with some glue dots. I don't want any more dimension. We've got dimension on the grass and the signpost. So near, far, and I kind of slanted them so they're kind of not perfect to give them that elementary look. To there, to here, and then their little school. So that's got our little sign done. And then I wanted to overlap onto the green with Dr. Seuss's hat. So I'm going to stick this hat up there. And we will have our little embellishment. It was easy. And you know, you could do any topic that you could find something like this for. Like I said, I don't know how many laws I broke, you know, copying this, but I did it. So anyway, there's the one I'm going to use for their scrapbook page for giving their teachers their Teacher Appreciation Week gifts. But I wanted to but put together, well, let me do this first. This is what I put on the inside of their card. I put the little Dr. Seuss saying that says, "Today you're you, that is truer than true. There's no one alive who is youer than you, Dr. Seuss." And so I just printed that on my printer and used all the, you know, went back in and made some words larger and put different colors on each word and then just printed it. And then I backed it on the blue. And that went on the inside of their card. But for an embellishment, for a scrapbook page, I want to put this grass down here. So I'm just going to put some tape right across the bottom of this and then place that grass the way I want it so that it kind of frames that Dr. Seuss right there. And I used, this is just a die that I got off of Amazon, I think. I have several different, that's kind of bad, grass dies. And so this is the one I used for that. And then we'll just trim this up. But this will make a cute other little cluster to go with that one. Excuse me. Then I'm going to keep those because I'm going to show you something with those in a minute. So, and then I thought, you know, I kind of cut one of these down narrower to be a little smaller. Let's ink that up for our signpost. Get those out of the way. And then I'm just going to cut some little short signs. May need to cut them a little more. And stick our little signs on them. Okay. And I may kind of just, I think I'm just going to kind of rough up the tops of those so that they're not straight across. And then maybe something like that. And get this one on this one. Maybe tuck it in under there. Needs to be just a little shorter. And rough up the top of it. And tuck it under there. And I don't know if we need another one, maybe. Maybe just actually sticking up out of there. And then I think I'm going to put Dr. Seuss's, maybe move this one down a little. I don't know. I want Dr. Seuss's hat over here. And I don't want it just to look like I've got it in the four corners. See if we can trim this one down a little and get it on with that other one. And I mean, you can see I didn't worry about like making the little points even. It's all just very uneven. I don't know. I have to think about that. Let's try this. A shorter one. Let's just try it right up in here. Yes, I think I like that better. So anyway, that's kind of what I'm thinking for that. I'm not going to make you watch me put all of that together because it's going to be the same. Well, we'll just put it together. Why not? I've already got foam tape on this one, so that'll go down easily. And then this one we'll just put a these are together, I'll just put a dot of glue on them and they will be done. I want that sticking out, I think, over the edge. And then this one, I didn't put a glue dot on it. Let's see if I have another one. I don't have any more on that. We'll just glue it on. I thought these made really cute little tags, though, or cards actually, for those teacher appreciation gifts. And wasn't too terribly time consuming, actually. Okay, so there we have that. So we have our little tag or embellishment, whatever you want to call that, and then the little saying. So I think that'll make a cute scrapbook page with those things, with them with their little gifts. Now I wanted to just look at, let me put these off to the side. I wanted to just look at some other possibilities that you could do with your little sign. Now I'm not going to cut this one down, but imagine it. I wouldn't make it quite, you could make it this big and just do it in the center. But I was like, here's some of our leftover grass. So you could put that on there. I would, you know, kind of shape it down. And of course I'd put it up on foam tape and all that, but I'm just showing you quickly. Look at, you could do, like if you were doing a swim party or a beach thing, you could hang this little beach bag on your little sign and do the different little arrows, pool, barbecue, beach, whatever you wanted to, and put your little signs, you know, even one at the top. So that would be cute to do it like that. But with graduation coming up, I thought, how cute would it be to maybe either put your graduation thing at the top, you know, of course, different colors. It would definitely call for different colors. The graduation hat, and you could do it just a little bit larger to accommodate, you know, this little bit bigger, like graduation, the mortarboard. My kiddos were into like stock shows and things like that. You could do you know, make it a little bigger and do a ribbon. This is like one for honors for graduation, but that would be cute like for a stock show. I thought of if you wanted to do gone fishing, you could, you know, hang a couple of fish from it, make a cute little sign, put a little fishing hat, or maybe if you we're going hiking, you could do binoculars. This one I thought would be cute, you know, if you were like skiing or something like that, put the little toboggan on there and lean the skis up against it. So I think you could just anything, you could make it fit anything you were going to do in your scrapbook. You could make your sign fit. So this is what I did it for, Dr. Seuss, but you could do it for anything that you needed, any theme you wanted to go with. So thank you for joining me today. If you enjoyed this, please give me a thumbs up. If you haven't subscribed, I would love for you to subscribe. I just hope you have a blessed day, and thanks for dropping by.